Welcome to Story Scaling by podcastvideos.com, where creators share the truth behind the content, the grind, and the growth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, I am bang with podcastvideos.com, and we are back for another episode of Story Scaling. I got a good brother in the building right now. Who we got today?
Yes, sir. It's your boy Shemovelli. You know what I mean? Shem Moss, the government, it's all good. But Shemovelli to most of the people.
Man, bro, thank you for joining us today, man.
Sure, no problem, man.
This been long in the works, bro. So
for sure.
I'm happy to have you, man. Look, we just gonna chop it up, and you got a phenomenal, not only personal journey, but creator journey as well. I go back to some of the conversations we had about you saying you wanted to start doing some of this stuff,
right,
and
then
to see where you've been able to take it is it's amazing, bro. So I'm gonna read your bio. Yeah, I did my research, and you know what I'm saying. Put a list on something together. You feel me?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. So you let me know, either this is A1, you approve it, or you should have put this in there. I could take something out. Let me know what you want.
I got you, my boy. I got you.
All right, here we go. It says Shem Moss, aka Shemovelli, is a multi-hyphenate creator, entrepreneur, community builder with a journey that spans corporate suites, DJ booths, content studios, and beyond. Born and raised in the Bahamas, Shem made his way to the U.S. as a student athlete, excelling in basketball and soccer before earning his BBA in accounting and finance from the University of Arkansas. After working with Fortune 100 companies, he pivoted from the traditional path to pursue his full-time creative passions. Now, he's everywhere, DJing packed events, producing content and podcasts, designing apparel, building digital communities, inspiring others who bet on themselves. Whether he's behind the turntables or the mic, Shem's energy is contagious, and his story is proof that creativity and discipline can absolutely coexist.
Hey, perfect. I couldn't say it no better myself. That was a great introduction. I love that.
This was gonna happen. This like your Grammy intro.
Yeah, we gonna do that. I love that, bro.
And then when you hear something like that, because one thing I try to do is give the flowers to the people that's really out here doing the thing and making the thing happen.
Right.
So when you hear, and that's you. I could have went on, bro. Like, we go back a decade at this point. It could have spanned, but when you hear that, man, business owner, podcaster, DJ, all of these things, what stands out to you?
Bro, honestly, bro, like, just really being a father, bro. Like, I think that's the biggest motivation for all of this, bro. Like, I just want obviously better for myself, but obviously when you want better for yourself, that means it trickles down on your kids. So I want them to experience, a good life. So that's if anyone else who or who can watch this, who have kids, they know, bro. That's the ultimate motivation, bro. If you don't need no more motivation than your kids. So yeah.
Man, I almost threw the paper because we not even going on script, bro. Like, off the cuff, how did having children change your drive and motivation? And I asked that because, to me, you were already that. You were already driven. You were already determined. We used to hoop. Shout out to the Hyper at the University of Arkansas.
Shout out to the Hyper.
When we first locked in, and you had a focus about yourself even back then. And so talk about how having children just amplified that, bro, because I'm curious.
Like I said, bro, I think having children and just knowing that, bro, they ain't asked to be here, bro. So I feel like that gonna be your biggest responsibility in life, period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a man who likes to try to take care of his responsibilities and then do it to the best of my abilities, bro. Again, bro, I want the best for my kids, bro. I was raised, in a great family, but my mom, my dad took great care of me, bro. And I think that ultimately helped me to be where I'm at today. Finishing college, being, yourself, being good at sports, all that, bro. All that comes from good parenting, bro. So I feel like once you got that foundation as a parent and given that guidance to your kids from an early age, bro, I think that helps to propel them to be great human beings in the long run.
Man, shout out to my niece and nephew, man. Shout out, what I'm saying?
Shout out there, bro. Shout out JP, man.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Bro, question for you. No, when I said niece and nephew, I was talking about your kids.
Oh, my bad.
Come
Shout
on,
out them
bro.
too. I'm
Come on,
tripping.
bro.
I'm
I'm talking
tripping.
about,
I'm tripping. I'm
come on.
tripping, bro. I'm tripping, man.
Lock in, bro.
I
Lock
gotta
in.
lock in. My bad. My bad. Shout out Savannah, Shallow, and Shem, bro.
Come
Shout them
on,
out. Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Come on, man. Uh, man, bro, I don't even know where we begin, bro. Let's talk a little bit about your background and your upbringing. You from the Bahamas, immersed in the culture, immersed in sports, and then you go from there. You move to the U.S., brand new beginning. Like we could go back as far as you want to go, as specific as you want to go, but where'd you get your start in life? You know
Well,
what I'm saying? To where we are now.
so yeah, bro. At an early age, dog. Like in the Bahamas, is very competitive, bro. Like you grow up on the island where like everyone trying to be the best at what they could be the best at. But if you hear a story from any Bahamian, bro, initially all us start like in the track and field world, bro. So I was always a runner, so an athlete in track at first. And then I think when I was like 5 or 6, soccer got introduced to me, bro. And from soccer, like I was, my uncle. Like fun fact, I have an uncle who actually played at Harding University, bro. Yeah, up in I think it's in Conway, right? Harding is in
Harding
Conway, bro.
Cersei, I think.
Is it Cersei? Okay, well, up in that area,
No,
right?
you could be right. You
I could
could be.
I don't know. It meant I anyway.
Shout out to Harding,
Shout out to
wherever
her.
you
Yeah, shout out to her. Yeah, so I have an uncle who, like, he was the first, I think, in the family really to, like, go off to school and, play college sports and all that stuff. So I remember being at my grandmother's house back home in the Bahamas and, like, seeing all his trophies and all his accomplishments. And I used to be like, man, like, at a young age, like, bro, like, like, he used to be the man, bro. Like, I used to see my grandmother, like, proud of him and, he was off to school. So I was like, man, this is a good thing, bro. Like seeing all this and getting exposed to all this at an early age. And then, it kind of inspired me to kind of want to push in that direction to take sports a little bit more serious. So again, started with soccer and I was always like, I guess you'd say kind of like a natural at basketball, bro. Because again, I had family members who played basketball all the time, but soccer was one of those things that I think it kind of like pushed that discipline early on because I had a coach. Shout out to Mr. Mins. He was always like he was like my second father, bro. You know what I mean? He took the duties, picking us up on weekends, going to practice, coming from practice. And it was like I said, it was clockwork, bro. Every Saturday, that, hey, we got practice and me doing this. So I think that discipline from an early age kind of propelled me, like you say, now to, and I don't want to move, I don't want to jump the gun too much, but, playing college sports and all that stuff, it started from early. So, with that, bro, I don't know if you want me to jump into, being I got you, being a member, at a national team at a young age with soccer and stuff like that. I could go on, bro. I feel like every year in high school, like I won MVPs and like literally every year, bro. Being the captain of the teams and the whole nine, bro. Like I was always really really good at really decent at sports, bro. So I think that overall helped with all like the discipline and the overall just being that type of person, bro. Like just being a good person and being a team player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. That's two things. It's interesting to hear you say that about yourself because those are two things that I would associate with you as a friend, as a brother, is discipline. You know what I mean? And I think you are the ultimate team player, bro. Like
Appreciate that, bro.
I mean from a sports standpoint to the point where if you cook a meal, you gonna
Right,
hit the
right,
team and be like,
right. Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Hey,
Facts, bro.
I got the jerk chicken, I got the curry. I'm on the way. You
Yeah, yeah,
feel
of course,
me?
always, bro. I try to look out, bro. I always try to look out, dog. Like that's I guess that's besides just being, from the Bahamas, that's the island in me, period, bro. Like that's how we are growing up. Everyone is kind of like family oriented and hospitality. Obviously, hospitality is a thing back home, bro. That's our number one thing. Tourism is the number one industry in the Bahamas, so we always welcoming people, and that's big. I'm sure you met obviously other Bahamians here. You know what I mean, and I'm pretty sure they got similar vibes, bro. Like we people's person, people's persons, bro. So we
Man,
always
Chuck
look out.
Curry. Shout Trey, shout out Will, shout out Bodie, shout.
Shout out the boys, man. Shout out the boys for sure, bro.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
That's dope. Man, how important is discipline in what you do now? When you think about, like you said, sports, then that carried over into collegiate sports, which carried over into the business and corporate world, which carried over into your creative, disciplines. Bro, you do everything from produce to podcast to DJ to, you know what I'm saying, make your own music and and now content creation. The list goes on and on, man. How important is discipline as a through line through all of that?
I think it's very important, bro. I think the biggest thing is, once you put your mind to it, you could do it. So I feel like with me having, like you say, wearing so much hats and trying to put myself in these positions to do things in different avenues, I feel like it's important to make sure that you have your ducks in a row. So one, I think, obviously, like for me, I think everyone tries to base things off money. You know what I mean? I think if you base things on money, it ain't gonna be as easy to be disciplined about it. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm passionate about everything you just said, bro. I'm a DJ. I love DJing, bro. So that's passion, though. If you're passionate about something, bro, I feel like the discipline kind of falls right in line. You know what I mean? Again, at an early age, bro, like it was instilled in me that when you practice, you get better, and it literally paid off, bro. Like everyone from the Bahamas didn't get the opportunity to come overseas and play sports. You know what I mean? Everyone will get the opportunity, bro. Get scholarships, and so again at a young age, you got to realize, hey, if this discipline, if this is something that you want, then you got to work for it. So I feel like, again, trickling down into my later years as an adulthood now, DJing, content creation, being a business owner with the Humble, and the DJ services and all that stuff. Like, I think it's just something that my passion drives my discipline. So that's what we can go with. My passion drives my discipline. Yeah, yeah.
And then for those of y'all that don't know, whenever I tap the table in DJ culture, they got sounds queued up. So
Yeah.
like this could be a horn,
Yeah.
so it's like brr, 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 brr,
It's
brr.
it's a, it's a cue for a nice line or a nice bar. Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
you
for
say
sure.
something nice, I'm gonna hit the horn. Y'all
Right,
just gotta
right,
be with
right,
it.
right. I
You
think they
know,
got
you
it, bro.
know.
The people. I think they're gonna catch on, man. They sharp.
Man, bro, let's talk content, bro. Like your content creator journey. Did you see yourself as, because I mean, like I said, you do everything from podcasts to the social media clips that go viral to streaming to vlogging, whatever the case may be, reactions, bro. Like you do it all. You kind of, and so let's talk about that. Where did your creative journey begin? Were you seeing someone that inspired you? Did you always want to be a creator? Let's talk about the beginning of it.
So yeah, bro. I always had a passion for, like, bro. Even like that's why I'm like young as well, bro. Like me, bro. Bro. I like to crack jokes. I like to, just be, just have fun and good fun, good clean fun, bro. So, I feel like the content creation portion came about when, like, I started to realize, like, I started to see people and get inspired. You know what I mean? I'd say, like, younger YouTubers. Let's say who, like, I wouldn't say I mean, Kai's not them now because they doing their thing on a larger scale. But if let me see if I could think of someone from way back who kind of inspired me, bro. Fuzi Tube doing like pranks, and Roman Artwood, those guys doing pranks like way back, bro. Like, you know what I mean, in the YouTube space. You know what I mean? So I always felt like, bro, like in the Bahamas, we really don't have much people doing stuff like that. So I always thought it'd be cool to, try my hand at it and see how obviously I don't do pranks and whatnot, but the whole idea of just creating content and letting people see your creative juices flow, and, get into all that, I just always thought it was cool. So with the with the interviews that I do with folks, kind of similar to this, bro. I love to highlight positivity, bro, and I love to, see people like like shining the light on people who are actually doing positive stuff, bro. But so much negativity in the media nowadays, like, bro, I think it's important to use your platform as best as you could to, highlight good. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like, with the shorts, clipping up the shorts, I love doing that simply because it's a way to for me to honestly to practice. You know what I mean? I love to try to see things visually, and then if you know, obviously maybe me have a link to my shorts and stuff after this, so people can kind of see what we're talking about. But I love when you know someone mentions something and you able to kind of tie it into like a picture or a video, so they could see like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Like, you know, so I love the type of thinking and being thoughtful and being creative at the same time, and you know, love that type of stuff, bro. So end goal for me, bro, with all this content stuff, bro, again, it ain't about the money, but eventually if money does come with it, bro, my whole thing is being a philanthropist, bro. I love to give back, bro. I love to give. So all this, it ain't about me. It's not about me, bro. It's about giving back and seeing who I could help along the way. So that's the
Mhm.
biggest thing for me.
Bro, I think that's dope. Um, and I can vouch. You know, it's cool because I remember conversations we had 2, 3 years ago, if not more. You know, when you were like, "Man, I want to do some content to put something positive out there." The same thing that you just said, you know, on camera in front of the world is what you told me in private a while ago, and that's another through line in your content and what you do. I think is that positive vibe. You know, yeah, bro, for sure, and you're intentional about that. Talk about what it looks like to show up in this space of content when you can get online and see some of everything. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff is negative, some stuff is just for entertainment. How important is it for you to make sure that you have a message of positivity behind what you do?
Well, for me, bro, I feel like again, it's important to filter in that positive energy, bro. I really believe in you know giving all positive energy and receiving positive energy. You know what I mean? Like you know how it is, bro. If you're around people and you don't feel the energy and you feel the vibes, it's like, bro, like exactly, yeah, exactly. I'm out of here, bro. So I personally like positive energy and positive people. So I always try to do my best to give the same thing, bro. Again, with the content, um, I probably go on a little bit off script, but I wouldn't. I don't like. I didn't want to kind of box myself in. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I do sports. I react to music videos. I do, like you said, I do interviews. I do the shorts. I do, bro, whatever I'm feeling. Honestly, bro, that's why the channel's name is Shemovelli, bro. Just me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm feeling, and I feel like it could bring some sort of energy, good positive energy to someone, or whatever the case may be. I'm down to do it. You know what I'm saying? But so I think that's very important, bro. Not boxing yourself in. I know everyone always tries to say find a niche, la 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 la. But I think in today's age, bro, you can't box yourself in, bro. There's so much opportunities out there to you know what I mean, tap into so much different things. Like I think it's just better to try to be more widespread and try to you know have a you know a avenue where you could tap into different stuff. So, but yeah, bro, definitely positive energy is the thing, bro. I always like to spread positive energy and receive positive energy. So I like my content to reflect that as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. You don't like to be boxed in, bro. Even in the bio, it says a creator, entrepreneur, community builder, father, woo, woo,
Right,
like,
right, right,
yeah,
right,
man.
right, bro.
Another conversation that sticks out to me that me and you had again years ago when you were thinking about spawning up your creator journey was a thumbnail. I remember you were showing me a video and you were like, you see, look at these thumbnails, bro. Like, and us, you know, me working with podcastvideos.com, we are like scientists when it comes to this stuff. I mean, we breaking it down and we spending hours and days and weeks and months on research and man, should I put this three-letter word right here? Should I put it right here? Should I move it down? There's the face, you know what I mean? And so there's a level of surgery that we specialize in being, you know, but you bring that to the table as well because you are thoughtful about that type of thing. And so talk about that. Talk about the point at which you want to make videos and you just pick up a camera to the point that you realize like, oh man, there's so much more to this than just me recording my friend. You know, talk about that if there was a moment or if, you know, just at this point in your journey where you like, man, I didn't know this, but um
Right. Yeah. So, bro, I feel like, you know, me doing my research before I do almost anything, bro, is a part of that, bro. I feel like, you know, again, you want to be great at something or good at something, you got to do your research and you got to do practice, you got to practice, you know? So, you know, I just started really, you know, as you know, bro, started really pushing my YouTube and my content like a year ago, bro, and I'm at 12,000 subscribers, bro. You know what I mean? 20,000 followers on Facebook.
Any ads?
No ads, bro. Just grind, bro. Real talk. You know what I mean? So,
Wow.
yeah, bro. I feel like all that attention to detail is very important because I always try to put myself in the viewer's shoes, right? And how I like to receive things and look at things, right? So just yesterday, bro, literally just yesterday on my lunch break, bro. You know what I mean? I had my boy L who in charge of my graphic design and stuff like that. We was here just working on trying to get some thumbnails. I just dropped some videos today, actually. If y'all seeing this is July 29th. You know what I mean? I just dropped a few videos today, so like 4 videos today, but I'm working on getting an interview done. I have it done, but it's getting edited right now. And I'm working on a thumbnail for that where I kind of want it to be kind of like, like hopefully I probably be able to send it to you by the time this is out, but and you can pop it up or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's something that I have in my mind that I wanted him to bring the light. And he obviously better, he a little better at that than me. So I wanted to kind of go with that with him. But like you said, it's attention to detail, bro. So when you look at the thumbnail, you can kind of be like, ooh, like, it's the packaging. Like, I want to make sure that this is something that when people see this, like, they're gonna be excited. Like, what? Like, it got to be curious. You know what I mean? You got to build like curiosity in people. I'm sure these words and verbs y'all use at podcast videos every day. You know what I mean? So I try my best to make sure I put like that like you told like that sauce on my thumbnails to make sure that people to make sure people wanna click on the videos, bro. So I think it's very important to have that attention to detail and have that thumbnail and but whatever however you're packaging your stuff, bro, whether it be through I guess like voiceovers, whatever the case may be, for like Instagram reels, whatever it is important to make sure you got that eye catching or that air catching, whatever, to make sure that people kind of get attracted to videos.
Yep. Man, when did you go from just making videos, having a good time with it to realizing like, oh snap, I could have something here?
Bro, honestly, bro, like I feel like once I dropped my first like reaction video, bro, and the reception I got, that's literally still my very first video is still the biggest video on my channel to date, like view wise, you know what I mean? So like after I got that first like kind of like whoa, people really mastered me like on this level to where like like bro, I got like probably like 300 or 400 subscribers the first 2 weeks or so, bro. And that's exactly, so that's huge for like an up and coming creator, bro. Like when you see you got, because this how I think of it, right? Like you bro, like I said, we always have conversations off cam and all that stuff, bro. Like that's 400 people, bro. Like you could imagine like putting 400 people in a room. You know what I mean? When you think about it like that, you're performing, you're big time rapping, all like, bro, 400 people you could perform for is like, that's huge, bro, for a smaller creator, smaller rapper. You know what I mean? So like, when I thought about it in that scheme of things, I'm like, bro, it's 400 people who are actually really locked in and willing to press a video of mine and view it. Like, you know what I mean? So after that first day, I was sold, bro. I was sold. I was like, yeah, this is something I could definitely do. And again, people always think about the money aspect of things, bro. If you think about the money aspect of things, like I feel like that going to deter people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I've invested time, effort, and money into this, my own money. You know what I mean? Trying to get nicer cameras, nicer lights. You know what I mean? If you look in the back, you see my little stuff in the back, the little banners, little things like that. Like, so just it ain't about the money, bro. It got, again, your passion should drive your discipline, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all that ties into why I'm doing what I'm doing.
All right, let's talk about that first viral moment. Right at this point, we switching gears. We finna give some keys to the streets out there because it's some people that want to do what Shemovelli is doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's some people that'll give it all right now to get 400 subscribers like that, 400 followers like that. You know what I mean? Um, and so right now we finna give some keys to the streets, and when it's all said and done, either they gonna use them or they not. But so before that, talk about, have you had a moment that you would consider a viral moment?
In terms of what you think, like my own personal videos or short, what?
Yeah, because you do it all, I would say anything. Either your own, because your shorts is interesting. You know, you got the branded short, and then you got the text that's a certain way, and so even your shorts, a lot of times it's repurposed content, but you found a way to take that repurposed content and make it your own. That's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? I do social media for podcast videos, and I literally brought you up to my team one day
I
because I was
appreciate
like,
that, bro.
"This is a person who's doing it the right way."
I appreciate
You know
that,
what I'm
bro.
saying? So when I say viral moment, I mean it could be a short that you clipped up that got 100,000, 500,000 views. It could be some of your own personal stuff that went crazy. Like,
All right, I got you. So I have like I think it was this short that I clipped up with it was Paul Pierce telling the story about Cameron Garnett. You might have seen it, right? And I think it overall platform because I post my stuff on Instagram, YouTube, and I post it on Facebook as well. So I think combined that short probably got like 5 or 6 million views behind it. Yeah. But and that's still ain't the biggest one. I think I have a Jordan one that did bigger than it, but I'm more specific with that one because that particular clip, remember you said like it's specific to like my editing style, bro. So like, you know what I mean? I have like the colorful stuff going and I try to do my own little thing on it and try to make it like you said, it's repurposed, but I try to make it my own. So people kind of I think people kind of attracted to my page because they see like I have a certain style in editing, right? So why I bring that one up again is because, bro, I went on TikTok and people literally like my friends not knowing some of my friends not knowing that I even make content, bro, sending me like videos, right? Not it ain't my video like to the T or whatever, right? But the actual editing, like they see, like someone would use my audio that I chopped up, like I cut, and they'll put their own like pictures and stuff behind it. But I could hear like if you listen to all my shorts at the end, I always have like an effect at the end to like show that it's ending and in like dramatic fashion, right? So that's how I always usually know it as mine, right? You know what I mean? And literally, bro, I saw like 4 or 5 different shorts or reels that had my edit, like legit my edit. So I'm like, wow, if that means if someone could send me back something that I did not knowing that it's me, that means that, bro, I must be doing something, you know what I mean? Something right, bro. So that was crazy to me, bro. Seeing like, wow, like, bro, you literally sometimes you sitting on the couch doing this or in your bed doing this and it's reaching the masses like that, bro. So that kind of blew my mind, bro. And again, that kind of just kept me motivated. Like, bro, if you doing stuff like this and hitting the masses, bro, it's something to this, bro. You should keep it up.
yeah. Man, what would you say to that creator out there that wants to get started, but is afraid to put themselves out there, that's afraid to read the comment section, that don't got the right camera to get started? You know, what would you say to that person that's watching this?
Right. So I've been in that same position, bro. If you look at my social blade, bro, you can see that I created my page from 2017, bro. You know what I'm saying? 2017, bro, and I just started really posting last year. So it took me 7 years to really, obviously, life happens. I was still in school, you know what I mean, having kids, like all that, et cetera, et cetera. But the point is that I had a vision back then that I didn't really start until now because you want to kind of build that again, same all excuses in the world, bro. Oh, I need a better camera. I need this. I need that. But it was one day, bro. I think I was actually talking to one of my coworkers, like one of my last real corporate jobs, as you know, like, you know what I mean? And he was kind of like telling me about a situation that he was working on with like any like Airbnbs. It was like around Christmas time, bro. You know what I mean? And we was at like his rollout. We was just in a conference room talking. And he was just saying, bro, he working on this Airbnb for the new year and he doing this and he was just saying this one is New Year's resolutions, la 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 la. And it kind of sparked in my head, like I'm like, bro, I've been saying I'm gonna push this YouTube thing for a minute, bro. I already had a camera, you know what I mean? I bought the camera a while back, you know what I mean? I had lights, I had everything, but I just never started. And I told myself, bro, it's do or die for me, bro. I know that it's some things that I want to kind of get off my chest and want to start, and I feel like it would be dope to just try to bring it to light. And bro, I just got to a point like, bro, I wasn't really worried about who said what and what people had to say, bro. And that I saw, like you said, that's always on people's conscious, bro. Like, hey, they kind of worried about people gonna say and how people gonna be if people gonna be receptive to that content, etc. But I'm here to say, bro, you gotta do it for you, bro. You know what I mean? When you do it for you and you understand, hey, bro, I'm just doing it to make sure, like, I kind of tick off some stuff off the bucket list. And bro, whoever gonna enjoy it and appreciate it, they will, bro. Like the real, hey, real recognizes real, bro. That's the line. You know what I mean? So yeah, exactly. So if people gonna gravitate to you, then gravitate to you, bro. If people
Yep.
don't, they don't. So just leave it at that, bro.
Mm. How do you get over either either confidence or finding your voice? Speak to that a little bit. How do you? Because I know when you first started, I'm sure you've grown and evolved and changed so much. And so, talk a little bit about that. What it looks like to be just put yourself out there, like you said. Whoever mess with it is gonna mess with it. It's probably gonna be some people that come along that don't rock with it, but everything ain't for everybody. So, talk about that in your own personal experience.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, again, like, you have your critics. You gonna have people who, again, they ain't gonna like your stuff, like, But at the same time, you gotta realize too, bro. You got a goal, you got an agenda, bro. So if you looking at it from the perspective of you doing this to impress others, or you know what I mean, make ways for other people to criticize, like, you're not gonna make it far, bro. So I'm saying, again, you gotta understand who you doing it for. Again, I told you in the beginning, bro. It's for my kids, bro. My kids motivate me to do stuff like this. So no one can deter me from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my motivation, like I say, is building to something bigger than I thought, honestly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect to be at 12,000 subscribers right now in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you're looking at it as like in a concert setting, or like in a big arena setting, bro. 12,000 people is a lot of people, bro. Who don't, like, obviously probably some of my friends, you yourself, subscribe to me and whatnot, bro. But I don't have that much. I don't have 12,000 friends. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, bro, when you look at it like that, you got 12,000 people who willing to click and like and whatever view, and say a comment on your post. Like, bro, you got to start to think, like, bro, you gotta be doing something right, bro. You see what I'm saying? So again, building that confidence through just messing with the people who actually mess with the content, and not worrying about again, we going back to all these stuff I already said, bro. Positive energy. You know what I mean? I don't have time for negative energy, bro. Like, so you being positive, that means you obviously liking the content, you appreciating the post, you liking, you sharing, you viewing, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got negative stuff to say, cool. Like, I can't control what no one else says, but what I can do is keep on doing what I'm doing for the positive people who hear and want to view the content and watch the content.
Yeah, bro. So let's talk about these are Shemaveli's 5 creator commandments. If you starting from the mud, literally today is like that day that you got to where you said it's do or die. If that person listening to this is at that point where it's like it's do or die, what are the 5 things, and it could be 3, whatever you got. Let's aim for 5. What are the 5 things you would say to that person? You must do this, or you must not do this. What's them 5 creator commandments?
I got you. First, I'd say, bro, find your passion. So that's one. Find your passion. Find what you're passionate about. If you like sports, do sports. If you like music, do music. Whatever it is, just find your passion. The second thing I'd say is be disciplined about it, bro. I try my best. Like, obviously, you watch my content and stuff like that. I try my best to make sure that dropping like at a particular time. So for me, it's like 11. You know what I mean? That's around the time when people are coming, lunch breaks, and I feel like it's just a good time in general just to drop content. You know what I mean? Obviously, I read some stuff as well, but that's what been working for me. You know what I mean? Trying to be disciplined about when you drop and how you drop. Three, I would say, bro, definitely don't be scared to put yourself out there, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got people, again, who gonna message you, people who ain't, but you know, your energy and your vibe should be connected with the people who actually rooted for you to win. You know what I'm saying? So connect with the people who connect with you. I'd say that's three. Four, I'd say continue to be consistent, bro. Once you get in the game, be consistent with it, bro. Like I'd say I try my best to post something every day. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's I do like motivational posts as well. So whether it's a motivational post, a nostalgic picture, a short, a long form, something. And then some days you just get all of them one day. You know, you get everything in one day. You know what I mean? But for sure, every single day I try to post at least one of those things I just mentioned. Just so people can know that, bro, he on his game. He trying to be consistent. So consistency, and then I'd say five. Just be about what you say you're gonna do, bro. Be about it. You know what I mean? Like don't just hop in and say, well, I'm gonna try this. Like, bro, if you confident about doing something, bro, do it. Don't just say it, do it. You know, I'm gonna talk about it, be about it, bro. Like, just do it. Like, it ain't no, don't have no regrets when you post something. Like, you know what I mean? You might not see the views that you want to see the first time, but bro, I promise you, bro. I promise you, bro. The consistency, you know what I mean? Like it's a real thing, bro. I know it sounds cliche, but it's a real thing, bro. Like literally, bro. I have videos on my page right now. I've only got like 200 views. But then I have videos on my page that hit 1 million, bro. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, don't get discouraged when you see, oh, I only got 100 views. Like that's a lot of people. They get discouraged the first 2-3 months of you doing this YouTube stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Again, passion helps with the, you know what I mean? It helps with the consistency and and all that. So you gotta continue to go and not worry about, you know what I mean, what people think and views and all that on all different stuff. But keep going.
Yeah, man. Sheesh. All right. Hey, bro, before we get out of here, rapid fire. Would you rather have a video go viral, 1 million views, or would you rather DJ a party with 5,000 people?
DJ party at 5,000 people.
You didn't even think about that. Like, easy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I look at it in the light as, people. That's connection with actual people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So yeah.
Who got the better food? Arkansas, New York, or the Bahamas? Or the Bahamas? Put us in order.
Oh, in order? Okay, Bahamas number one, 100%. Shoots. Boy, Arkansas. I'd say Arkansas number two, bro, because people sleep on Arkansas, like soul food and barbecue food, bro. They sleep like, I feel like this state as a whole we just slept on. You know what I mean? I'm a Arkansan myself now. So I think we just slept on as a whole in terms of food, anything, bro. Sports, food, music, everything, bro. So I what I mean, bro. I'm an Arkansan. So yeah, I say Bahamas, Arkansas, and New York
Let's go, baby.
for sure.
Basketball. Who is the team to look out for this year?
The team look out for besides my Lakers. I would honestly probably say the Clippers, bro. The crosstown rivals, bro. You know what I mean? They just got Chris Paul and they just got Bradley Beal. So, bro, they gonna be, if they healthy, bro. Like Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, bro, and then they got John Collins the third as well, bro. So they have a squad, and they have a nice bench too, bro. I think Brook Lopez went there as well too. So they if they healthy, they gonna be scary.
They could be some good ball come out of there.
Oh yeah, you will see the reactions on the channel too. So lock in and
Okay.
tune in.
Yeah, bro. Plug whatever. Where can we follow you? Where can people keep up with you? And anything that we got to be looking forward to from you.
Yeah, sure, for sure. But everything is at Shemovelli, bro. Everything is at Shemovelli. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff, bro. Like everything Shemovelli, one word.
Love it, bro. Love it. Man, look, we appreciate your time, man. You gave us so many gems.
Of course, bro.
And
I appreciate y'all having me, bro.
as always, bro, good to see you, man. Enjoy the rest of the day. And we'll chat later, brother.
For sure, bro. Good to see you, bro. Thank you. Shout out
Peace.
podcast videos.